Ah yes, the wide open spaces here in the Karoo. And a sign that says Prins Albert, the town named after the husband of Queen Victoria. Welcome to the town they call the Franschhoek of the Karoo, Prins Albert. Let's go and explore. There's Cape Town, and Prins Albert is over there. Before we explore more of this incredible Karoo town, I've got my usual favour to ask you. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. I'm a one-man band with a GoPro. I don't have a marketing team or a production team. I do all the filming, all the research and all the editing myself, and it's a tough job. When you hit the like and subscribe buttons, and when you leave a comment in the comment section, it tells the algorithm that I exist and that I make videos, and it exposes my videos to a wider audience. So please go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. The surrounding area here is rich in ancient history, and in fact archaeologists have uncovered later Stone Age tools and rock art dating back around 25,000 years. If you go up the Swartberg Pass, you'll find Boomplaas Cave, which has revealed evidence of Middle Stone Age people as well. That gave us a rare window into life long before written history. Nee, wat is alright. Just some of the local security guards here in a very peaceful Karoo town. Wonderful to walk around here. Look at all the beautiful flowers. Look at the landscape. And even more incredible perhaps, some of the tools found in this region were still being used by the San and Khoi when Europeans first arrived. The Khoi, they were pastoralists, meaning they moved with their herds in search of grazing and water, which was a tough job in this dry land, no doubt about it. In fact, the very word Karoo comes from their language, Karusa, which means dry, arid place. Fast forward to 1762 and the Dutch loan farm Kweekvallei, meaning the Valley of Cultivation and Plenty, was established here. It was granted to a certain Zacharias de Beer. He could farm on the land for about a year. But that is where the modern story, the European story of Prins Albert begins. Here we go, the Prins Albert market. It's Saturday, so there are many things on sale here. The place is buzzing, people sitting for some breakfast. And I've got some pancakes over here. Maybe something to try. Let's have a walk through here. You see some art. Look, there's some risky chili. Might be a bit hot. Dag sê. Hey. Got some art, beanies, hats. Really nice market here on a Saturday. There you go, that's where we are. Prins Albert, 1762. I've got a charity stall. Lots of condiments there. Looks like honey and nuts. Very nice atmosphere here. You go the classic Prins Albert Karoo for olive products. You can see the janulate, the slice sauce, the salad, dressing here. Nee, wat nee, ek is reg, is bietjie vroeg, maar dankie. Ja. There we go. But this is very versatile. You can use this on fish. You can use this as a marinade. Yes. And of course, this is olive country. Lots of olives in this part of the world. Check these guys here. Moer coffee in a blikbeker. Moer coffee in a metal cup. That's very South African. Yo, you guys doing a good job, huh? I say, dankie.
Keep everyone warm.
It keeps us warm. That's it. Cheers to Prins Albert. This is country living in South Africa. 5 rand for this pancake and 25 rand for this coffee. You can't beat that. We went for the cinnamon ones, but you can get the ones without anything. That's called an Eva, as in a naked pancake. And not just any steak rolls, but Peruvian steak rolls. Now that's what I call a breakfast in this part of the world. Look at that. Prins Albert style. And yes, they like their healthy stuff as well. Fruit salad mix.
Yeah, we do it all.
A bit of nut. There we go. Glow juice. Mango smoothie. peanut smoothie butter, all for 45 bucks. Yeah, you can see lots of homemade jams. Fig jam, that's very popular in this part of the world. Some crunchies there. Yeah, spinach and feta, ham, sweet corn, are they muffins?
Yeah, savoury muffins.
Savoury muffins. Yeah, classic boerenkos here, chicken pie, bobotie. Milk tart, is
Milk
it? Yeah, some milk tarts as well. If you want to have a sweet breakfast. Oh, look at this hartsochies, beautiful cupcakes.
Red velvet.
Red velvet. Oh, wonderful how people come here on a Saturday and enjoy some homemade produce from the area. Yeah, what do you think of a Prins Albert market? Let me know in the comments. And outside the main area you also have people, what have they got here on the fire? Roosterkoek, roosterbroodjie. Hier sien meneer, dankie, it like nice. En is wat het julle 'n smoortjie daar binne?
'n smoortjie, ja.
Yes, look at that. That is a Prins Albert breakfast. Daar's hy. Dankie julle. Lekker dag. Daar's hy. Some oranges for sale. Ag sê, hello sir, how are you? Good, good. Yeah, really nice Saturday morning atmosphere here in the Karoo. And this is how they make the roosterkoek. You can see there it goes on the fire. Classic South African treat this. And I've been told this is as Prins Albert as you can get. Some dried and sulfurized fig from the Weltevrede fig farm, a well-known farm here in the area. Oh, it looks a bit like like an ear, I guess. There it goes. Oh, beautiful. Nice and sweet. You can see the inside there. And here's a map of the area. You can see got the Robert Gordon copy on the top there, and you've got the grit pattern, street pattern over here. The plan for today, well, there's no specific plan. I guess we will hang out around Kerkstraat, Church Street quite a bit and just go and explore, see what we can find. A day will not be enough, I guess, to see everything, but we'll try our best.
Baba was today.
Oh, look here, not just any museum, but voted the best museum in the Western Cape. Gosh. So I guess we're in luck. Fransie Pienaar Museum. Let's go and have a look. And another beautifully painted rubbish bin here. Fransie Pienaar themselves. Look, we've got a beautiful bridge entrance here as well. And here we go towards the museum. 10 rand for students, 30 for adults. So let's go and have a look. There we go, Fransie Pienaar, the founder. You can see they're born on the farm Lammerkraal in the Prins Albert district in 1897. And as a child she was an avid collector, and through her life her collection just grew. When she and Giri Pienaar, her husband, retired and moved to Prins Albert, she donated her collection to the village. Well, that's very kind of her. Fransie was curator and guide of the museum until she was 88 years old. Wow, that is incredible. Fransie Pienaar, certainly a legend in this community. I guess we've got a bit of a layout of the museum, but some of the topics that are covered there, well, everything by the looks of it. Prins Albert settled and farmed since 1762. And you can read more about the history here. In 1842, the town, then known as Albertsburg, was established on the farm Kweekvallei. There's a royal family in 1880, the Queen and Prince Albert. Here's a book that Queen Victoria herself sent to the library of Prince Albert in 1867. Yeah, there's Prince Albert in 1778. And over there in 2004. Fair to say they've changed a bit. Oh, but then and now, yeah, you've got information on the farm, the Kweekvallei. The Kweekvallei, as painted in September 1778. And look what they've done here. The modern changes in the village are layered on top of the 1778 painting. Some of the locals who have contributed to the community, they are celebrated here as well. There we go, Piet Basson room. Wow, various stuff you would have found in the kitchen back in the day. Let's go through here. We've got here more reading materials. Just look at the size of these books back in the day. Or wow, that is a lot of reading, let me tell you. De Staten-Generaal der Verenigde Nederlanden. Yeah, there's the church, Dutch Reformed Church. You can read more about them over here as well. Wow, look at that, an accident with gas. And Mr. Swanepoel, he stuck his head inside a tank. It exploded and blew away one side of his head. Because of this accident, Prins Albert got electricity shortly afterwards. Wow. Yeah, check in here. More information about the local area. Hoërskool Swartberg. Some of the teams and classes from over the years. There are all the principals. There's some old sewing machines and bric-a-brac here. Oh wow. And some of the fashions back in the day. Wind and water driven and even horse-drawn mills have played an important role in the agricultural history of South Africa. A few of these mills, such as Mostert's windmill in Cape Town and this water mill at Prins Albert, have been preserved. And some of the produce from the mills, various entries, and are kept here as well. Some of the rugby teams of Prins Albert in the area over the years. Ah yes, I've read about them, the first multiracial rugby team in Prins Albert, 1984. And you've got the captain there, George Stachman. I'll tell you a story about this team a bit later. Rugby, a very popular sport in this part of the world, as is the case anywhere in South Africa. Yeah, what a wonderful museum. They can be really proud of this establishment. Look here, historic architectural styles in the town. The old gables of Prins Albert. And yeah, I've read about the specific concave convex outline which makes the Prins Albert gable special, the hall ball. Yeah, I almost feel like making a phone call here to YouTube, asking them to promote my videos a bit more. I doubt that one's working though. An old bedroom here. Look at the dolls. Oh my goodness, oh the portraits back in the day. Some information on pre-colonial Prins Albert as well. You can see the pre-colonial period ended with a granting of loan farms in 1762. There are some of the tools and ornaments of the Khoi and Son. A swallow painting from Skolskloof, Prins Albert. Another room over here. Oh wow. Look at this. Various pieces of art here. Wow, from old cans. Iets uit niets, something out of nothing. Jan Schoeman, Ota Lappies. This is his art. Incredible. Yes, some old pieces of metal or drinking cans. Look there, the old Doom bottle became a piece of art. Look at all the animals there as well. Wow. Just amazing how diverse art can be. How artists contribute to society in so many ways, giving joy to so many people. I can definitely see why this museum is so highly rated. Very well organized, lots of interesting artifacts and materials. Right everyone, let me show you where I'm staying. Here in Prins Albert. I'm staying here for 2 nights with my 2 brothers and their wives. There are 3 bedrooms here. There's one. This is where I'm staying. And there's another one over there. You've got a nice kitchen area. There's an outside space as well for you to have a barbecue or a braai. And here's more of a kitchen. And also at the back here, there's a toilet. And here's the bathroom. I love these old taps. They've got quite a bit of character. And on this side as well, there's a mirror. You've also got a shower. 3,500 Rand for 5 people for 2 nights. That's a pretty good deal. However, we don't seem to have a lot of hot water here, and also we don't have Wi-Fi, so I guess that takes the gloss off a little bit. But for 350 Rand a night, this is actually a pretty good deal. Right, let's go and explore more of beautiful Prins Albert. And I'm just approaching Church Street here, which is the main street in Prins Albert. And we're definitely gonna walk down here a bit. I can see the Dutch Reformed Church there. I stumbled here upon the Lazy Lizard, 1903. This is a restaurant and by the looks of it, a souvenir shop. You see here, t-shirts, $3.90. And here we go. Beautiful interior. Look at all the dolls for sale. All the homemade jams and various teas. Oh, so many wonderful products in this part of the world. And this is their menu here. You can see there various prices. Lots of pies for sale. Breakfast here at Lazy Lizard, the full Monty, 149 Rand. Welkom in Prins Albert. Welcome to Prins Albert, 1700s to today. Enjoy a stroll and capture your imagination. I've been told it can get pretty cold in this part of the world, so you can buy some gloves here. Maybe your fingers might feel a bit of cold, but all in the name of fashion. Look at that. And some interesting zip bags here as well. Ginger biscuits, beef biltong. Yeah, this is Karoo country, no doubt about that. Here we go for all the sweet tooth people. Various cupcakes, desserts here. Dag sê julle. Hoe gaan dit? Lekker man. Julle van Lazy Lizard?
Ja, ons is van Lazy Lizard meneer.
Wil jy explore my vriend, daar's hy. Julle moet 'n lekker dag hê. Dankie vir julle vriendelikheid. Mooi gaan julle, daar's hy. Thank you very much to the Lazy Lizard here in Prins Albert. Let's explore a bit more of this fascinating town. Walk down Church Street. You will see a lot of different architectural styles here in Prins Albert. Karoo style cottages and Cape Dutch styles. Look at this beautiful roof here and the windpomp behind there. Some beautiful flowers as well, touch of colour. And there you can also see the Dutch Reformed Church in Church Street, Kerkstraat. Some very high profile and competitive tennis matches going on here. There you go, 1858. That was definitely a period of growth here in Prins Albert. I've read that in 1842 the Dutch Reformed Church decided to buy part of a farm, Kweekvallei, to build a new church. And just 3 years later, in 1845, the little village was officially named Prins Albert in honor of Queen Victoria's husband. Today you have some wonderful galleries across town, but you also have some interesting street art. And as a first impression, this is definitely something that caught my eye. All these rubbish bins, I guess, got a bit of colour, a splash of colour. I've been told that the person who paints these rubbish bins, that person's actually colourblind. Can you believe it? And yet they create such wonderful art. But what a wonderful scene here as well. Look at the water, little dam here, some interesting Karoo gardens. So many wonderful little details to observe here in every garden and every establishment. You've got the municipal building there and the library next to it. And I've read that by 1857, Prins Albert had its first reading room. By 1862, the first public library. I'm not sure if it is this present day building. Yeah, this is the library, and fittingly outside the library you've got a rubbish bin here with an owl reading. And just a special thanks to the library here who allowed me to browse this impressive collection of stories and history and other interesting facts about Prins Albert. I've got a big collection here, and you can see there's Helena Marinkovic. She wrote several books and other pieces about the area. And you can see there's also a John Whitten, and there are various other articles as well that the library have kept here over all the years. Alright, this building here, they've got some municipal parking. And they've got a spot here for the speaker and the mayor as well. The municipality building. There we go. Beautiful style. Here you've got a bank. And another colourful rubbish bin here with an important message. And some shops up here. Karoo winkel. Here they sell some antiques. Ostrich egg handcrafted items. That sounds very interesting. Some wooden furniture, gifts, etc. Yeah, I wonder if they open. Oh, here's the entrance. Let's have a look. How wonderful is this? To come and enjoy your coffee here on an old school desk. And you've got a view here of Prins Albert. How's this for a message? We do not have Wi-Fi here, we talk to one another. That is brilliant. Yeah. This is Queen Elizabeth II featuring here as well. We've got key rings. Oh, here we go. Union Jack mirror. Various purses. Oh, and there we go. That takes us back some time. Look at the phone and the typewriters. Oh wow, look at that smile. Various scales. Some interesting art here, you can see there. Oh, Frida, you're following me everywhere. She is everywhere in South Africa and around the world where I go. Look at these interesting bracelets. Leather there, 90 Rand. That's a great price. And yeah, this is the rest of the shop here. What an interesting shop here. I can browse here for hours. They've got various items. Look there, old cutlery. Here's your metal cups again. Various ostrich eggs on display as well. You can see the handcrafted bird feeders. 299 Rand each. There's a mirror. How's it, everyone? And more items here as well. The kitchen. Wow. We've even got items for sale here in the kitchen. Decaf coffee only works if you throw someone with it. That's what Paul says. And yeah, that's the artist here, Sonia Furi. This is all her work. Yo, check the mug here. For fuck's sakes, slow down. This is the Karoo. We are not in a hurry. Yeah, Prins Albert Open Studios. Fantastic. Some more beautiful quotes. Art is freedom, being able to bend things most people see as a straight line. And yes, a smile is the prettiest thing you can wear. Wonderful. Yeah, let's go up here. More fascinating things for us to observe. Look there, voortrekker. This vehicle has done its service back in the day. No doubt about that. And today it beautifies the town of Prins Albert. Yeah, this petrol pump is no longer of working order. Another machine there. And on this side, but I love how Prins Albert found a spot for these old machines to beautify the town, and of course old transport methods as well. Yo, look at the landscape there. This is the beautiful Karoo. And we are just here behind the church as well. There's the Kerkzaal. Let's go and check out the church. Let's go back on Church Street. This has now become a very relaxing and quiet Saturday afternoon here in Prins Albert. You can see there's the old post office. are now here at the Dutch Reformed Church. Now, I've read this church was completed in 1865 and it became a national monument in 1988. And indeed, you can see here they've got the national monument sign here. During the Anglo-Boer War, the British used Prins Albert as a garrison town, and they used the church here as a fort. There were a lot of sandbags on the outside, and they used the tower there as a lookout point. In 1842, the Dutch Reformed congregation of the Swartberg was approved, and part of a Kweekvallei farm was bought for the purpose of putting up a church and a parsonage, which they finished in 1844. But the growth of the town was of such a nature that by 1860 the first church was no longer enough, and a second one, this one, was built and completed in 1865. Inside the church grounds here you've got another monument and a reference there to Margrieta Prinsloo. Margrieta Prinsloo was a voortrekker wagon who visited Prins Albert on the 4th of October 1938. And there's a cannon here as well. So quite an interesting church ground, a churchyard here. Yeah, beautiful exterior. You've got a resting place there. Wall of remembrance for some. Beautiful flowers. And yo, what a beautiful backdrop there of a Karoo. This is such a special part of South Africa. Yeah, let's give you another shot here. Okay, so it is open. Let's have a look. Oh yes, all the ministers. I love the fact that they are sketches and not photos. Dominee Albertyn, 1845. Even the more modern ones, they are sketched rather than photographed. Here we go. Oh wow, look at the organ there. Look at all the symbols and the colour. That's probably one of the most unique organs I've seen ever. And there's one gallery. There's the pulpit. Let's go up here. Isaiah 12. So this is where the minister would stand. This is his view of a congregation. Yes, a very beautiful church. Lots of seating. And yeah, interesting, this is sort of like a box format. They've got their own doors, all the benches. That is very interesting. You open here, that's where you sit, you've got your own booth. Wow, what a unique setup. All these booths, they have individual verses from the Bible, from the scripture. So I wonder how it works here in Prins Albert in the congregation. Do you have your own booth, or do you just sit here randomly? I don't think I've ever seen a church like this. And they've got the Lord's Prayer, the Onse Vader, on the wall there as well. And here's one of the entrances, or exits rather. Look there, Dutch Reformed Church, Prins Albert, 1842 to 1992. Let's go up the gallery here. Yeah, let's go through here. Oh, some tiny passages here. There we go. And on this side as well. That's the view they've got. Yes, one of the most unique churches I've seen in a while, don't you think? The churches in South African towns, they always stand out. They are almost always the most imposing buildings in the town. I guess around here, the mountains, they have got something to say about that. They are not going to play second fiddle to any architecture. I think that is definitely the case here in Prins Albert. Dag sê, hoe gaan het? Lekker man, sê hallo vir YouTube. Daar sê, lekker in Prins Albert. Yes man, dankie vir julle vriendelikheid. I'm not just saying this because I'm outside the church, but visiting Prins Albert is a spiritual upliftment. It is a wonderful experience walking here. Oh, they've got a showroom here. It looks shut at the moment. I do know that they've got some events on tonight, so maybe they are just preparing for it. No, they're not. Oh, shut. That is a shame. But I know that the locals, they love their showroom. And some more interesting shops. Look there, Omkom store. More interesting rubbish bins. And some of them are actually quite informative. A lot of history on them. Look at this one. The first motor car travelled over the Swartberg Pass in 1904. And that belonged and was driven by Dr. G. Russell. Yes, yes. Yes, maar julle stout nee. As I think some people just want to be part of a video. Hallo julle.
Jy begin ek is aan.
Daar sê jy's in.
Ek is John.
Mooi julle. Daar sê. Hallo. Ah julle, daar sê nou is julle in. Daar sê mooi mooi. Look here, the little blue shop. Yeah, again they are shut here. Yeah, check here. Prins Albert, Thomas Charles John Bain. The Swartberg Pass was built by him. This is interesting. Look here, the burghers of Prins Albert. The eucalyptus trees planted for shade in 1881 by Civil Commissioner George Rayner. They were carved in 2007. 2 men, 2 women and a young boy carved from the waist down are a tribute to the tenacity of the early founders of our town and to George Rainier. Yeah, the 4 eucalyptus trees here on display in Prins Albert. And just look how quiet the town is now in the afternoon. Here's a guest house with a beautiful thatch roof. And some interesting writing there. Look there, original Harley Davidson. Original Karoo work and something art. Some interesting signs and nice buildings. They all have their own stories to tell. The Prins Albert gables. Look at this house here, 1858. Beautiful flowers, beautiful trees. Lots of trees here in Church Street, in the main street. And they definitely add to the atmosphere. Together with all the interesting houses. And of course, the beautiful mountains in the back. Look at this beautiful house. Yeah, let's check this one out from a bit closer. Yeah, I love all these interesting designs. And we still got the water flowing here. Here we've got the Prins Albert Gallery. Let's have a look. Yeah, something for everyone. And yes, if you've wondered, we are in Africa. You'll see lots of African art. Jazz dolls, 1,200 Rand each. So much art here. And such a great variety. Look here, soulmates, carved serpentine from Zimbabwe. 5,300 Rand. Aap Man, the ape man. 28,000 Rand. There's a building that looks like it was the Central Private Hotel. And it's a national monument. If you're from the area, let me know what the situation with water is. This is the second bin that has a water message. Water is precious, or use it sparingly. Oh, look here, Chaplin Street. And we've got a house here, Jeremy's. There's a restaurant and a wine bar. Looks very nice. And opposite there, Prins Albert country stay. Look at all the bicycles on top there. That is quite interesting in itself, isn't it? I love the cream color here as well. Cream always looks good in the Karoo. Yeah, Prins Albert country stay. They sell antiques, coffees. We've got a fig leaf cafe. Yeah, just look at the exterior here. I love this building. And yes, in the Karoo, why wouldn't you make use of the sun and solar power? Beautiful garden. There's water going down there as well. We're trying to go in, but the security here is pretty rough. Very interesting interior here as well. Look at all the antiques and tins. The tins bringing back a lot of memories for some people, I'm sure. Let's see if we can spot Prins Albert. No, not quite, but we are in the Karoo. Yes, look at this. All the homemade jams and conserves. Nice portraits. Wow, there's the kitchen. Beautiful. Yeah, every shop here has its own unique appeal. Its own point of difference. I have to say I quite like this one. Look here, Prins Alfred. So it looks like there was a dog called Alfred. Yeah, but it looks like they also had a big 250-year festival here, 1762 to 2012. All right, let's continue our walk here in Kerkstraat, in Church Street. Yeah, maybe I should come and explore some of these side streets here. Prins Albert Olives looks to be in that direction. Oh wow, look here at this beautiful property. There's the slaghuis, the butcher. More craft shops. There's a Swartberg Hotel. And over here they've got another shop or two. What's this? A gallery. Erika van Sail. Chic Karoo. Credo. Fynhuis. Yeah, you don't get more South African than these wire cars with draadkarre. Look there, 660 Rand. Different colors. And you don't get more Karoo than this. Look, a windpomp clock. That is brilliant. Life is so slow in Prins Albert, even the bicycles are chained up. You can't go anywhere. And this town will not make you want to leave, that is for sure. There we go, here's another gallery. Yeah, look at these wonderful easels here. 2,400 Rand. Wow, this is Oom Jafta, Uncle Jafta. Look at the face there, look at the character. It's got earrings and bracelets and various scenes from around the area. The Karoo, known for its landscapes and the sky, look at that. And the painting is called Evening Sky. And some smaller pieces here as well. There's the church we visited earlier. Beautiful touches here. Now, I've just been told this used to be an old service station, as you can see here. Old national service station. And that explains why they've got these air pumps here. A bit of history here on the streets of Prins Albert. Wow, it's incredible that they've kept it here. You can see Dunlop. So all these shops over here, they are standing in the spot where the service station would have been back in the day. So the old became the new. Yeah, it's that time of the day where many establishments are closing. But the Swartberg Hotel, they are still open. Some nice outside spaces here as well. There's a dining area. They've got a coffee shop here and a gin bar. And more items over here, lots of soaps, various bags. Haha, yes, and we are in the Karoo. Look at all the lambs, other Karoo animals. Look there, unwind Karoo. You come to the Karoo to unwind. Prins Albert. What have we got here? Saxe Coburg Lodge. That is as Prins Albert as in the person you can get. With a name like this is probably where Prins Albert, if he was still alive, he would come and live here. There's so much information here on display in Prins Albert. think the town can be really proud of their efforts there. And more interesting houses and cottages. Yeah, Prins Albert, you are great to explore on foot. So what do you think of Prins Albert? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't done it yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Shall we maybe go and explore a different part of town? I think so. I've just got a feeling there might not be too much on the other side there. Making these vlogs, it's always a case of you have to cherry pick certain areas. You have to make tough decisions. You're never going to see everything on offer. Alright, I've moved away from Church Street, the main street. Let's explore the rest of the town. Away from the hustle and bustle. Well, there isn't really a hustle and bustle in Prins Albert ever. And certainly less so on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, according to my map, this must be Mark Street. What have we got here? Yeah, look at the houses. Look how close they are to the street. I've been told that this is a feature of this particular street. Ah, there's another building of interest by the looks of it. Yeah, 1909. Is that an old church? Let's have a look here. It certainly looks like a place of worship. Might be a private property now, like they've done in Klaarstroom. Some of the churches were converted into private homes. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's got a private feel to it now. You can see 1909. Well, certainly at one stage this would have been a church. A stone here laid on the 10th of April 1909. And it does feel like it's in use, but in a private capacity. If you're from Prins Albert, let me know in the comments. But another bit of history here in the town. And yes, wow, what a beautiful street this is. According to my map, this is New Street, Nieuwe Straat. A bit more space here. It certainly looks fairly new in terms of its layout compared to some of the other streets I've encountered, for sure. Yeah, many of the houses here, they've got water tanks outside, and they do love their gardens and lots of succulents that feature. Also some wooden art and rustic elements. And I can't get over these mountains. The Karoo at its best. And you know what? I feel completely safe walking here. Many people always worry about safety in South Africa, and they ask themselves, will I be in danger if I visit the place? If I travel to a specific area? Look here, safety, not a massive concern. No big fences. Yeah, just wonderful to walk here. Birds chirping. There's a nice shot of a church in the mountain. And I think this is a cemetery as well. There are a few cemeteries across town, I've been told. Yeah, this one looks like one of the older ones, I guess. I suppose safety is fine because the dogs, they always protect their properties. Yeah, it's alright. Anyways, let's go into this graveyard. Yeah, from 1844 to 1884, so I was right, it's certainly one of the older ones. Certainly a humble setting. Place to be laid to rest, but what a place to be laid to rest. Beautiful scenery around. This is a wonderful place to visit, and I can see why many people refer to Prins Albert as the Franschhoek of the Karoo. Franschhoek, a place of incredible natural beauty in the Western Cape, but what gives this town the edge, perhaps, is the surroundings, the mountains, the open space. It's a wonderful feeling to be here. In a way, it's a spiritual awakening. It just shows you there's so much more to life than the hustle and bustle. And that's what I really enjoy about visiting these small towns in South Africa. Oh, look at this old building, Postkantoor, so an old post office. Oh wow. Check out the iron lace pattern on this property. And the ventilator there, that is very Victorian. I think it's also got a Karoo touch. Yes, what a wonderful experience to walk here. And we are passing perhaps my favorite building in the entire town again. The church, it's got a bit of gloss from the sunlight. And that's what I love about some of the buildings in this town as well. They change color. This town has endless opportunities for photography. And it's almost like a living postcard that changes as the day goes on. Many postcards, in fact. Yeah, let's go up here. I think we will get to a nice vantage point, i.e. the Koppie. Ah yes, we are here at Van Zyl Street. And I can see it on my map there. I really want to get to the Koppie. So I think we just go down Nieuwestraat, New Street. And you've got Klip Street or Stone Street over there, and maybe we can find a walking trail or a spot to pass. Ayo, more beautiful houses. You can spend a whole day just looking at the architecture. Each house has its own story, its own unique features. Love all these plants next to the road. They certainly add something. And at this time of the evening you can hear more birds. Oh wow, look at all the ornaments, the art on display here. My goodness, I don't know what this is. I can't see a specific sign. Here's another open studio. I think we're running out of daylight, so I will make a haste for the Koppie. As we walk to the lookout point, let me tell you another fascinating story about Prins Albert and its rugby team. In 1984 they had a captain by the name of George Stachman, and the town, they were keen to field some non-white players in their rugby team. But of course 1984 South Africa, that was very much apartheid South Africa, and if you wanted to field non-white players in a team that plays in a white league, I guess you would have had to tick a few boxes. So George Stachman, the captain, he was also a farmer in the area. He took a risk and he looked up the number for the Wilgenhof residence on the campus of the University of Stellenbosch. Danny Craven was the then president of the SA Rugby Board, but he was also the resident head of Wilgenhof. And it just so happens that Doc Craven answered the phone. Stachman explained his situation, his conundrum to Doc Craven, and asked him what to do. Is there any possibility for them fielding some non-white players in their team? Doc Craven himself travelled to Prins Albert to see what's going on here, and in due course, on the orders of Doc Craven, a special stadium was built for the club. They got a special stadium because many of the clubs around the area did not allow a team consisting of white and non-white players to train at their facilities. But at the stadium, the newly built stadium that was built, they could do that. So on the transformational front, the Prins Albert rugby team, the 1984 team, they were well ahead of its time. And I speak under correction, but I believe they won the league that year. If you know more about it, let me know in the comments. Ah, here we go. Here's the koppie, the path to the koppie. Robert Gordon. Let's go up here. And I've been told the view is something special. So, very much on purpose, I'm not going to look behind me until I get to the top. So, doesn't mean I can't look sideways. I'm just not going to look behind me. But people have told me that this is a highlight of a visit to Prins Albert. Yeah, I want to get up there. I can see there's a sign or a monument. If I just go off here for a bit, maybe I can see it. Yes, Robert Gordon Hill, the koppie, 1778. Well, I guess this is maybe where the path ends. Is it worth going to the top there? I can see a path there, but oh no, it just goes down. Yeah, there is a bench there. But maybe I'm just going to go behind here. See if there's a better vantage point. Yeah, passing a... Is that a dam or another facility? Yeah, not sure where this path leads. Is it going to the koppie? I hope so. You can see the sun is not too far from saying good night. Hopefully we'll get a nice sunset view, a nice sunset gloss. Ah, decisions, decisions. I want to go up there to get a view of a town. But just look at this. There's something a bit unexpected, yet spectacularly beautiful. Oh my goodness. Open space. Vast openness. This is the Karoo. Right, easy decision. We need to go up here, get to the top of a koppie. And I really should be doing this in reverse because I don't want to look at the view before turning around. I can't really walk backwards. So I guess I'm just going to have to give you a storybook opening, like I always do in the cities, for example. Here you can get a sneak preview of some of the houses and the landscape. Yeah, let's go up here. Because I'm going to enjoy a nice glass of water at home, because I left my water bottle there. Wow. Oh wow. Yes. This is special. Look at this, and I guess we can go to the top there as well. But now you get such a unique perspective. Look at the church. Look at all the houses and the trees. The Franschhoek of a Karoo. Let's not forget to look to our right and straight ahead there. But this is the cherry on the cake. No doubt about that. Wow. Yo. I am literally the guy with the best seat in the house. And there's no one else here. Look at the colour of the sun on the grey roofs, and the cream church, and the hills and mountains over there. Wow. And on that side too, some open plots, maybe some agricultural farming activities there. Almost certainly I can see the sheep. Wow, this is worth getting out of breath for, don't you think? Unbelievable. And it's the right time of day too, because our friend the sun over there, he's going to say bye-bye pretty soon. And then it's nightfall. What a privilege to be here. The content creator in me has been thinking of clever ways, imaginative ways to end this vlog. And I kept on coming back to Prins Albert the man and Prins Albert the town. Think about it. Prins Albert the man, he was a foreigner, married to Queen Victoria, living in the stiff upper lip world of British politics and royalty. He wasn't king. He wasn't even British. Yet he had to find his voice. And he contributed massively without stepping on too many establishment toes. And Prins Albert the town, this town in front of us here, this also wasn't built on an obvious gold rush or a major railway. It had to punch above its weight. It had to build its own charm, its own community, using all the natural beauty around it, of course. That helped a lot. But it had to also build its own cultural capital, if you wish. And a lot of art studios, great restaurants, and wonderful other establishments like the museum showcasing the history. Just like the prince, the man, carving out a role in the British establishment and succeeding. This town built itself into a quiet powerhouse of art, food, history, breathtaking natural beauty, and a lot of heart. And that is what makes this place so special. It's not about grandeur, but it's about depth. It's about character. This place has a certain aura. It creates a certain feeling. I can't quite place my finger on it, but it's got massive charm, a lot of character. And above all, it's a place that will make you think. It's a place where you can clear your head and you start realize what's really important in life. Thank you for the memories, Prins Albert. This was short and very sweet, and I'm sure I missed out on so many experiences, so many other wonderful establishments. But maybe that is a reason to come back to this part of the world and experience more of its magic. Visiting places like Prins Albert, heck, visiting places in South Africa just takes me on my own emotional journey. It reminds me, as someone living abroad, about the potential of this country. And it makes me think, is it maybe not time to think about returning home at some point? Who knows? If you haven't done it yet, please press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment for me in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you thought of Prins Albert. For now, I just want to say again, thank you for watching my videos, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers, take it easy. Oor genoeg. More than enough.